Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
So I've just come out of another situationship. This one lasted 8 weeks, which is pretty good going for me. And I'm going to tell you something that somebody told me that actually made me feel so much better. My friend said to me, "You're not sad because you lost him. You're sad because he wasn't the one." And that hit me so hard. It's so true, because the cycle now starts again. Like, you think that you found somebody that you really like and you think that it might be going somewhere, and then bam, it's gone. And then the cycle starts again, and I'm exhausted and I'm drained and I'm anxious and I feel like but we're not sad because we lost them. We are sad because they weren't the one. And you will find the one.
And jumping from situationship to situationship is the way to do it. And I believe you're not sad because you lost him, because there was nothing to lose. A situationship is nothing, it's just a label put on something that doesn't exist. So no, you haven't lost anything, except maybe your time.
So being in this field, what is one thing you find people put an emphasis on that's important to find in a partner that really isn't that important?
Oh my gosh, where do I begin? So with women, height. That is a big conversation.
I don't have that
I
problem.
have.
Yeah.
A lot. Yes.
I find that fascinating. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Maybe
Because you
because I'm
can't
short,
relate to it.
but I still
Yeah.
feel like there's girls my height that are still like they have to be 6 foot or higher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I get you're tall. Okay, but you see it in most women across the board.
Yeah. Most women are across the board. And it doesn't necessarily matter how tall she is. There is a height requirement. And so I always tell women, okay, so United States, men in general in the United States, only 16% of them are 6 feet. That's it. Okay, so then we take down, okay, so 16% of the male population is 6 feet. Then we take it to the next, which is how many of them are single? Okay, lowers the percentage. Okay, how many of them are single and are heterosexual? Okay, great. So now we're taking it to the next level. Okay, how many of them live within your vicinity or that you're able? So then we take it down to a different percentage. Then they're like, well, he has to be this and this and this and this and this. Okay, then we're even decreasing it even more. So then he has to also be into you on top of all of that.
Good luck.
Yeah.
So you're setting yourself up for failure.
No, impossible. You can present all the arguments and maybe most of them will listen until you get to the he needs to be into you. Because of course he's gonna be into her. I mean, duh.
A lot of people say that they prefer to be alone and single, and I don't want to question that, but is it really true that you prefer to be alone, or is it just that you don't want to be in a bad company? Because there is a difference. I don't think it's normal for a human being to be alone and in isolation. I think we were designed to live in relationship with others and in communities and tribes. And the way the world works nowadays and how hard it is to create a genuine connection is what makes this coping mechanism to prefer to be alone rather than go through another disappointment and hurt. That's the thing. I think we're just avoiding and escaping the realities of modern relationships.
Are we? What are the realities of modern relationships? And if they bring disappointments and hurt, doesn't it kind of make sense to try to escape those realities? And sure, we were meant to be in communities and tribes and whatever. But at the same time, there's quite a difference between being alone and being single, isn't it? If modern relationships are really the problem, then it's a no-brainer. Don't know about anyone else, but if I have to choose between disappointment and hurt or staying single, I already know the choice I'm going to make.
To this day, the craziest thing that anybody's ever said to me on the internet is I had posted a video talking about how I don't like the Amish, and the first person to comment said, "What'd they do? Try to farm on your forehead?" Count your days.
Why would you even post a video like this one? Were you trying to bring more attention to your forehead?
Why does dating now feel like you're literally going to war? I met someone in public and was trying to be cute and organic and like, oh my god, I'm gonna meet someone like not on a dating app, yada yada. Also, check the spray tan, sorry. And I gave him my number, thought he was super cute, we hit it off, whatever. We go on 2 dates. First date, lovely, fantastic. It was really good. We go on a second date last night. Oh, and it was something. Mainly because there's an age gap between us. I found that out on our last date. He's 31. Okay, I'm 23, and I swore off men in their 30s who were still single for very valid reasons, but we won't get into that. He was very sweet, picked me up, planned the date. We drove an hour to go get dinner. And on our drive over, oh my God, on our drive over to the restaurant, we were talking about like what we're looking for in relationships and stuff. And I was very upfront, very straightforward, and was like, yeah, I'm not looking to waste my time. Like, I'm looking for a relationship, yada, yada. And he was like, oh, I'm so glad you said that because I'm in the same boat. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, cool. Like, sweet. And then he just randomly like drops this bomb of like, yeah, honestly, I have a body count of 7 and they've all been ex-girlfriends. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, ooh, okay. And he was like, yep. Like he was proud of himself for that. And I was just like, I don't think this is really appropriate to be talking about on the first official date. And also, like, you're a man. Like, you're 31 years old and body count is still in your, like, regular vocabulary.
Yes, and it looks like it's for obvious reasons. 2 minutes later, she still hasn't explained why that was a problem, so now I can only start guessing. Every girl he ever slept with was a long-term relationship. That's why he said ex-girlfriends and not ex-situationships or some girls he used to know. Considering you said you're looking for something serious, that should have never been a problem, because obviously he's taking his dating life seriously. He's not looking for hookups. If that was such a big problem for you, maybe you're not really looking for something serious.
If you're a single man in the gym and you have a gym crush, this is your sign to go talk to them, because please, for the love of God, I am so sick of making eyes with men and doing the stupid little look at you, look away, make eye contact, look away, look for them in the gym. Just come talk to me. It's not that hard. Put on your big boy pants, tell her she's pretty, tell her she's strong, offer to spot her, make a joke, I don't care, just figure it out.
Please approach us. No, at least not in the near future. Whatever happened with those 4 big bald-headed lunatics who shaved their heads so men wouldn't even look at them? Where'd they go? Cause I can't stop thinking if they're okay. I'm getting worried is what I'm trying to say. And whatever happened with men should leave women alone and should never approach a woman. When did that turn into plays?
If you are a stay-at-home mom, you should be receiving a salary from your husband. If you are a stay-at-home mom, otherwise known as a non-compensated working mom, and you are married to a man, your husband, the compensated partner, should be paying for the uncompensated labor. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of pissed off men in the comments. Try to replace you. Try to replace a stay-at-home mom. You're going to be paying for a chauffeur, a chef, a nanny, a project manager for the house. In fact, recent data has shown that stay-at-home moms, non-compensated working parents, if you had to pay them a salary, it would be at least $175,000. So if you are a non-compensated working mom, if you are a stay-at-home mom, you deserve a salary from your husband.
But not if you're a stay-at-home mom married to another woman, because in that case, either screw you, deal with it, or maybe a different argument that they should both get at least $175,000 a year. Just out of curiosity, because I'm too lazy to check today, what's the average pay in US? 60, 70, 80,000 a year maybe? We'll even ignore the fact that it's always single women telling married women what they should or should not do. How exactly is a stay-at-home mom not compensated? She gets to stay at home and watch her kids grow, then go to Pilates or shopping on her husband's salary. Let me guess, that doesn't count because he's not writing a check in her name.
Marriage is a trap. Do not do it. Nobody wants to be doing this every single day. It is a trap. You know what the real trap is? We traded loyalty for options, respect for attention, commitment for convenience. Now women are walking all over the place saying, we don't need a man. And the man has stopped becoming the man that we dreamed of. It is actually scary what we're seeing nowadays. We say we want safety, but we reject structure. We want love, but we treat submission as if it was slavery. The truth is, marriage isn't a trap. Loneliness and bitterness is. One day you'll wake up alone and you will realize being alone, doing life alone, that's the real trap.
That's just your internalized misogyny talking, and you need to do better because you're setting women back 50 years. Not to mention that if you play your cards right, you can be compensated $175,000 a year just for doing exactly what you were doing in this video. If you're a complete lunatic and you believe that's ever going to happen. Most people cook for themselves, and you would do that if you care about your health a little bit so you don't swallow processed food every single day. And that seems to be absolutely fine when you're single. As soon as you get married, even making a sandwich turns into a huge huge problem.
Why were you going through my phone? That's like such an invasion of privacy. Okay, yeah, I have a couple apps that are traditionally used for dating, but I use them for networking and friendship. I can't believe you think I would betray you like that. You're projecting on me right now, actually. I don't think this has anything to do with me. I think it has everything to do with your insecurity. I'd like an apology. I'm gonna change the password on my phone because I don't want you snooping around on there. You know you're gonna find something that's gonna hurt your feelings.
Yeah, she's only protecting your mental health, you see. Isn't she simply amazing for caring about you so much?
This is very much the time. This is the pin press maneuver. This is.
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.